you're a professional?
Are you?
That's it, Clark. Show him who's boss.
Oh, we're all in this together.
Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to the Clark Griswold YouTube channel. I am Mr. Clark Griswold. Thank you guys for being here today. Glad I'm here with you guys. If you are a first timer to the channel and to the Strat, we are about to change the way that you guys trade. Okay, so welcome to the channel, guys. If you haven't done so before or yet, you can click that subscribe button down below. Hit that subscribe button and hit the bell next to it. That bell gives you the notifications for when I send out videos just like this one, our watch list for Lotto Friday on May 20th. Okay, so I also send out top 5 videos, motivational videos, informational videos, learning tools. I have a 4-part series on the hashtag 30 and 30 created by Paul Itawaru. You can follow him on Twitter. What else do I got? I got videos on what these numbers mean below the candlesticks. Entries, exits. You guys have asked me how to manage your trades for you. I've tried to do videos on that before. How to trade inside bars, outside bars, 3-1 setups. Okay, all kinds of other stuff. You guys can follow me on Twitter as well, at Mr. Clark Griswold. Give me a follow there. You can ask me questions there. You can DM me there. No dumb questions ever. There are no dumb questions. You ask what you want. I'm here to help you guys out. You can do the same thing on any one of my YouTube videos. Ask me questions, whatever you want. I will help you guys out, okay? Well, let's get started on this watch list. Lotto Friday, May 20th. Let's get it started. We'll start with SPY. And guys, I'm a little iffy on a lot of these plays just because a lot of these plays we have these 2 downs that finish green. Okay, so a 2 down is a bar that breaks only the low of the previous candle. So this is our 2 down green, and we broke the low only of the previous candle. So it's a 2 down. It did finish green, so that tells me that there is probability that this thing may go back up in the range past this trigger at 394.16. The problem is a lot of these are shooter candles, and shooter candles are usually bearish patterns. It's a little bit less bearish when it's green, but bearish nonetheless. So a lot of the plays are like this, so I'm a little iffy on them, but you know what, if it doesn't trigger, then we don't go into the play, okay? And that's the worst case scenario. It doesn't trigger, we don't jump in. Okay, so on SPY we can take calls on this one at 394.16. Our targets, top of the wick, let's change that to green. There you go. So that is our first play. Next up, Neo has a beautiful inside bar. I love myself some Neo. So Neo inside bar. Inside bars, guys, or a 1 bar, as you can see there on the Strat or anything, shows consolidation in the stock. So what I mean by that is there's no, it's in a tightening range. So it doesn't break the high or the low of the previous candle. It stays within the range. And when we get that, it's like a spring getting spring loaded, and it gets ready to explode to one side or the other once it triggers one side or the other. If we go back and look, you can see this inside bar was a good win to the downside. Inside bar, win to the downside. Inside bar, win to the downside. Inside bar to the upside right here. Inside bar ended up being an outside bar. Inside bar here, nice break to the downside. So when I got successful at trading options, inside bars were all I looked for. And so that's what I would suggest for you guys to do, is find one setup that you really like and is easy for you to see, and then concentrate on that setup, whether it's inside bars or 30 and 30 plays or 3-1 setups or outside bars or 2-2 reversals, whatever it is, okay? 1-2-2 rev strats. But anyways, Neo inside bar, we've got the day, the week, and the month are all green. If you want this indicator, right up here, click on that indicator tab, type in time frame continuity. Author is Board Rider B. If you want these candlestick numbers here, you can type in candle type. Author is Crinklebein. And if you want the inside bars showing yellow and the outside bars showing white, I believe it's one of these two, TW Holy Grail or TW Golden Indicators. Author Trading War Zone, that's from Rich at Trading Wars. Okay, so inside bar, we can take calls on NEO at $16.89, puts at $15.77. The magnitude, meaning our profit or our targets or our pivot points, are not great here. So just be careful with that. NEO does tend to run. So, I mean, today we were 5%. Other days it's been minus 10, minus 14, plus 8, plus 10. That's one of the reasons I like NEO. It's a good way to make some money on option plays. MRK is up next. 2 down green with full time frame continuity preceding or following a inside bar. Okay, so we call this a Rev Strat when we have a 1, 2 down, 2 up, or a 1, 2 up. We'd be looking for a 2 down on this. So 1, 2, 2 reversal to the upside, calls at 92.66. The green bar is our first target, full time frame up. That's what we like to see. Gives us higher probabilities that that trade is going to go up. Okay, PARA is Paramount Global. This is another one of those ones where we've got this big body on the bottom with the wick. The day, the week, and the month are green, so we'll look for calls on this one at 32.86, and we're just going to put our targets right there. Okay, next up, AFRM. AFRM, another 2 down green. We can look for calls at 27.07 on AFRM. PLUG, inside bar on plug. Again, same thing as NEO. The magnitude is not great on these ones. If I can plug in the first target there. There's barely anything. You know, we're talking about a penny difference. So these aren't great plays, but if they break through the first target and then continue on, well, then you've made some money. So just be cautious of that if you are trading those. XEL has a 2 down green. Full time frame to the upside. We are at the top of a broadening formation, so this may not trigger to the upside. This may be a 2 down continuation. We will see what happens on Friday, but we can take calls on this one if we trigger at $75.46. XOM is ExxonMobil, 2 down green. Again, this big body at the bottom with the wick. Full time frame to the upside. Top of a broadening formation. Realistically, we could do that right there. And now we're at the top. And again, we're at the top of a broadening formation. So we could really see a 2-2 continuation, or we could see this break right up on through that broadening formation. Okay, so we can take calls on this one at 92.28 if we trigger to the upside. Tesla, 2 down green. We can look for calls at $733.90 on Tesla. AMC has an inside bar. We can take calls at $13.49, puts at $12.63. We go back onto the 15-minute chart on AMC, and we had, where was it? $30-minute, not 15. There we go. I wanted to show you guys this. We've had videos recently and a couple of really good setups with double inside bars in the daily. I found one on DIA today with a triple inside bar on the 30-minute. And there's one of my followers found this one. We both, I think I did 46 and 15 or what the percentages were. You can check out my tweets. But we played this triple inside bar to the upside, okay? And we took this trigger right here of this third inside bar. And we hit targets at, where do we go? Target 1. Target 2, exactly. And then I sent out another tweet saying, make sure you guys always take profits, because we hit 1 target, 2 targets, and then we came all the way back down. Okay, so that's why we want to take our profit when we hit those targets, okay? Because it reverses on you and you're done, and you just lost everything. Everything that you gained anyways, okay? So AMC inside bar, we'll probably have this one on our top 5. Let's go to BAC, Bank of America. BAC has a 2 down green with a shooter candle. So again, what we talked about at the start. We are at the bottom of this broadening formation, so we can look for calls at 34.85. C, ticker symbol C, is Citigroup. Citigroup has a 2 down that finished green with this big body again. We can look for calls at $50.30. CAT is CAT. CAT had a 2 down green. We can look for calls at 209.29. We've got Chewy up next. Chewy had a 2 down green. We can look for calls at 25.71 on Chewy. CL is Colgate-Palmolive, 2 down green. That's your first target because of this little gap here. Second target is at the top of that same candle. Okay, so that's Colgate-Palmolive. CMCSA, that's Comcast, 2 down green with a shooter candle. We can take calls on Comcast at 40. Let's move this down just a bit. 42.42, and first targets at the top of the broadening formation at 42.95. Okay, CVX, 2 down green. Let's look for calls on CVX at 169.70, and we will look to, again, re-trigger on the weekly. Weekly plays end tomorrow. DIA has a 2 down that finished green. A little bit of a shooter candle there. DIA was the other one that I found that triple inside bar on right here. We go look at it. 1 inside bar, 2 inside bar, 3 inside bars. This is our trigger right here. And then 1, 2, 3 targets, and came back through, and we were out. Okay, so in one of these plays, I don't remember, I think one was 46 and the other one was 50. The other one that we talked about, AMC, was 15. And those are the only 2 trades I took today, and that was good enough for me. 15% and 45%, and I was done for the day. Okay, next up, Etsy. We go back to the daily chart. And you know what? Someone else asked me, how do I scan for those? I don't have a scanner for those to find those guys. I go through the stock tickers that I've got, and I just rip through them real fast. And if I see an inside bar or a double inside bar or a 3-1 setup, then I'm looking at it. Okay. So Etsy on the daily, 2 down green. So we can take calls on this one at 82.36. Edwards Life Sciences, EW, 2 down green, shooter candle. We can take calls at 95.10. Ford, ticker symbol F, has a 2 down green shooter candle. So I said, guys, again, there's a lot of these 2 down greens with the shooter candle, and I'm a little weary of them, but you know what? If they trigger to the upside, we'll take them, okay? So 13.12, we can take the calls on Ford Motor Company. Facebook, 2 down green, so we can take calls at 195.35. Goldman Sachs is up next. GS, 2 down green. We can look for calls on GS at 309.94. The day, the week, and the month are green, so that's good to see. First targets just like that. Okay, that's Goldman Sachs. Home Depot usually has a wider spread between the bid and the ask, just because the volume usually isn't on there or it's not as liquid. But we do have an inside bar on Home Depot, so we can look at it. I mean, DIA, guys, DIA, the spread between the bid and the ask was not great. I took a limit order on that, and I basically took the middle. So it was 185 was when I bought in, and the ask was, I don't know. I think it was about $2, and the bid was about 170, I think. I can't remember. I went right in the middle, or close to the middle, and it filled for me. So Home Depot will probably have the same thing, but we can look for calls at 292.50 or puts at 284.96 on Home Depot. IWM 2 down green shooter candle calls at 178.84. JP Morgan, JPM 2 down green. We can look for calls on JP Morgan at 119.63. Lyft has an inside bar. The magnitude to the top and bottom are not great, so just be careful on that one if you're playing it. Calls at 19.57, puts at 18.18. Macy's, ticker symbol M, 2 down green. We can look for calls at 19.77. MasterCard, what do we have? 2 down green, bottom of the broadening formation here. We can look for calls at 336.01, targets at 341.46. MGM Resorts, 2 down green, calls at 34.41. MS is Morgan Stanley, 2 down green shooter candle, calls at $81.15. NVIDIA NVDA 2 down green, we can call that a shooter candle, take calls at 176.97. Pfizer PFE 2 down green, let's take calls on this one at $50.90. These are basically all 2-2 reversals to the upside, guys. Peloton 2 down green, take calls at 15.10. We'll see if we can re-trigger that weekly, that pink line. QQQ 2 down green, calls at, let's move this down a hair, move it up a bit, 294, I'm going to say that's probably 294.10, 294.12, and then green lines are our triggers. It's just the top of the preceding wicks. If you have questions on this, feel free to leave them down below. I'll help you guys out if you have questions, okay? Roku, 2 down green. We can take calls at 99.12 on Roku. Starbucks, 2 down green. We can take calls at 72.46. Bottom of this broadening formation here. Next up is Snap. Snap has a 2 down green. Only the day is green. Everything else is red. So, again, we'll see how this one plays out tomorrow morning. But we can take calls at $23.79 on Snap. Last one, WFC, that's Wells Fargo Company, 2 down green, calls at $42.30. Guys, that's a video. Stay tuned for the top 5, which I will also have out for you guys tonight. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. If you thought it sucked, give me a thumbs down. But let me know why so I can help you guys out. Follow me on Twitter. Subscribe down below. Good luck on Lotto Friday, guys, and we will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.